Good evening and welcome to the Stoughton High School Class Night for the class of 2023. On behalf of the students and staff, I would like to thank you all for attending this evening's festivities. Graduates, please remain standing, and I would ask that the audience please stand for the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. The national anthem will be sung by Nadia Prokopiak, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance recited by the Secretary of the Senior Class, Jaden Coleman.
so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Marshals, please seat the audience. At this time, I would like to introduce the senior members of the Stoughton High Choral Program. Please stand and be recognized. Ava Buckley, Angelina Carrera, Aiden Dion, Phoenix Hannaford, Sarah Horner, Sarah Maroon, Leza Pereira, Christ Pierre, Andrew Powers, RJ Resurrection, Gayanthan Santil, Vince Newen, Nadia Prokopiak, Selena Tron, Janice Dorcius, Nikhil Hypolite, Hannah Lambert, Robin Linton, Megan Santil, Crystal Sabla, Remy Silla, Braden McDonald, and Eli Hochberg. Please welcome the Symphonic Choir, Jazz Voices, and Staccatos to the stage for a vocal performance.
So
It is my pleasure to introduce Carrie Driscoll, President of the Class of 2023, to introduce our next two speakers.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. Welcome to the Stoughton High School Class of 2023 Class Night. It is an honor to introduce Juliana Rivera, the Vice President of the senior class.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Juliana Rivera, and I have been the Class of 2023's Vice President for 3 years now. I am so excited to be speaking in front of all of you tonight and sharing a little bit about our 4 years at Stoughton High School. First, I'd like to start off by thanking our Superintendent, Dr. Rabb, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Ford, the school committee, Principal Miller, administration, parents and guests, and of course, the Class of 2023. As we approach the end of our high school careers, I would also like to give a huge thank you to my team on stage with me. Class President Carrie Driscoll, Treasurer Ella Holden, Secretary Jaden Coleman, Class Member at Large Robin Linton, and our amazing advisors, Ms. Brown and Ms. Chapman. Planning all of these big events for senior year was definitely not easy, but we made it happen, and I am beyond proud of our hard work and consistent efforts. I can't believe just 4 years ago, I was standing on this stage in front of all of you giving my very first student council speech. Today, I proudly stand before all of you as your class vice president. It has truly been an honor serving this position for my class. Nobody really knows how hard it is to take on these leadership roles until they are in these positions. We were often faced with criticism, but our efforts outshined any negativity, and I am beyond lucky to have worked with this outstanding team. Our high school experience wasn't completely normal, and as a class, we have faced many hardships, but we have faced them together. We are the first class to have had the privilege of completing all 4 of our high school years in this brand new building. In the fall, we attended our last pep rally at Stoughton High School and all came together in spirit of our class. The first big senior event we planned was Powder Puff. We trained almost every day leading up to the game, and our hard work paid off as we ended with a victory of 34-12. Oscar night was a fun event and a great memory shared as a class. Prom was nothing short of amazing, and my team and I overcame so many obstacles while planning it, which made the outcome that much more incredible for us. We also introduced other new events this year that successfully created memories for us as a class. Being in high school is not easy and comes with many challenges. I'd like to give a special thank you to one of my best friends, Kiara Scardina. She has been the best, most supportive spirit throughout this entire year, and without her, this year would have looked a lot different for me. Once again, I'd also like to thank our class president, Carrie Driscoll, for her tremendous efforts and organizational skills. Last, I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me and raising me to be the leader I am today. It's because of their determination and drive that they have instilled in me that I am able to stand before all of you at this moment. I am proud of each and every one of you for everything I've accomplished, and I am so ready for this next chapter in our lives. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Juliana. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the class of 2023's salutatorian, Murtaza Khalil.
All right. Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Rabb, Deputy Superintendent Mr. Ford, School Committee, Administration, Ms. Miller, Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Landisman, Mr. Hiltz, faculty, family members, parents and guardians, and then the class of 2023. My name is Murtaza Khalil, and I am the class of 2023 salutatorian, not salad-dictorian, salutatorian, S-A-L-U-T. When I was initially presented with the opportunity to speak here tonight, I couldn't come up with much to say. I didn't know what to say, so I decided, being this is class night, to talk about the class. Mind-blowing, I know. If I could most aptly describe the class of 2023 in one word, it would be resilient. Resilience, simply put, is the ability to bounce back, adapt, and grow in the face of adversity. It is the inner strength that allows us to withstand life's challenges and emerge stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships, it's about finding the courage to rise above them, transforming obstacles into opportunities, and forging our own paths in the midst of uncertainty. We were the first class expected to spend all 4 years in the new building, and that was a pretty standard and normal expectation at the time. But halfway through our freshman year, a little thing happened that put a wrench in those plans. But despite the immense challenges of the time, we persevered, even if that meant taking our classes from our beds with our laptops right next to us, sleeping. We adapted to the world around us and still found a way to pursue our education and to further ourselves. Even this year, our senior year, when faced with certain policy decisions that many students disagreed with, we pushed back. And we pushed back in the most appropriate and neutral way possible. Students petitioned, peacefully protested the school committee, and organized a sit-in that allowed students from all backgrounds to let their perspectives be heard. And because of these diligent efforts, they garnered attention from local and statewide news networks, and this is all regardless of whether or not you agree with the students, or agree with the decision, or have reservations with how the students approach their activism. What we saw there was students coming together to peacefully protest for a cause they believed in. And I think parents and everyone else in this room right now should be very proud, because the idea of fighting for something you believe in with patience and diligence is inherently a noble thing. And finally, despite challenges, our class has done a whole lot. I mean, the class of 2023 is the first class that managed to put the whole school building on sale just a few weeks ago. Now, Juliana could probably talk about achievements in far greater detail than I could, but there were victories along the way. The organization at athletic events, pep rallies, Oscar night, and prom, headed by the student council, made those experiences much more enjoyable for the rest of us. The efforts of the e-board to bring back the homecoming dance after years of it not happening was also a great effort to see. On behalf of everyone who did not want to do all that work, thank you. The efforts by different creative groups, theater, the Addams Family was very good. Marching band, jazz band, color guard, cheer, and more have enriched our time here. So thank you. And as I close, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. on resilience. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Congratulations, everyone, and have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, Murtaza. Class night is steeped in tradition. All classes play a role in this celebration. With that in mind, I'd like to thank several people. The freshman class advisor, Mr. David Hiltz, and the freshman class officers for sponsoring tonight's reception. Sophomore class advisor, Ms. Hannah Dickey, and the class officers for sponsoring tonight's reception as well. Junior class advisors, Ms. Rachel Vieira and Ms. Amanda Leiden, and the junior class officers for handing out the programs and seating guests. Also, President and Vice President of the class of 2024, Alubami Buni, Fabikan, and Alexandra Lada, acting as the marshals for class night this evening. Of course, this night would not be possible without the faculty and staff of Stoughton High School for not only guiding, teaching, tutoring, counseling, mentoring, advising, coaching, and caring for your students over the past 4 years, but also for their help and assistance in tonight's program. I'd like to also thank the custodial staff for setting up the stage and preparing our building and grounds for this evening. And a special thanks to Mr. John Mange, Ms. Sarah Labrie, Mr. Alex Wang for their work with the band and chorus for class night and commencement exercises, for Mr. Halleck for running our lights and sound, I also want to thank Mrs. Diane Dolan for the printing of tonight's program. And lastly, a special and heartfelt thanks to the individual who put countless hours of time preparing tonight's program, Administrative Assistant Mrs. Michelle Carmichael. Thank you. And now we will begin our awards and recognitions. I would like to ask Assistant Principal Mr. Michael O'Neill and Deans Mr. David Hiltz and Mr. Dan Landsman to join me on stage to assist me with the awards. We will begin this evening with Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Hiltz, and Mr. Landesman presenting the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship recipients.
The John and Abigail Adams Scholarship is a merit-based program that provides a credit toward tuition and up to 8 semesters of undergraduate education at a Massachusetts state college or university. For this scholarship, merit is based on student scores on the 10th grade Massachusetts Comprehensive Assessment System, better known as MCAS. The purpose of the award is to reward and inspire student achievement, help attract more performing students to Massachusetts public education, and provide families of college-bound students with financial assistance. The honorees are, I ask you to stand, hold your applause until all have been noted. Ethan Arroyo. Just like in school. Ariana Barbosa. Abigail Betancourt. Drew Cesario. Jaden Coleman. Liam Cochran. Stephanie Casteria. Jarrell Suliero. Sorry about that. Mathis Dos Santos. Kayla Eisenstein. Shayla Ford. Catherine Giroux. Caitlin Goodwin. Owen Haffermill. Ella Holden. Isabel Akabuchi. Murtaza Kahilil. That's only 2. Andrea Kazumi. Isabel Kotlick. Thomas Laz. Robin Litton.
Pia Maloof. Braden McDonald. Grace Malley. Zachary Mendoza. Luis Mayagadia. James McCarthy. Elaine McCarthy. Andrew McNamara. Joao Victor Moriera. Kylie Nguyen. Vince Nguyen. John Perry. Tu Pham. Chloe Picanso. Christ Pierre. Lucas Pokraka. And Adriana Priadko.
The final third of the list, Guillermo Rebello, Emily Riker, Marcus Rodney, Isabella Rodriguez, Logan Rodriguez, Sabrina Rodriguez, Victoria Rojas, Joseph Rush, Derek Salguero Zaraga, Carly Sanda, Matthew Salito, Ralph Salito, Yegan Siva, Kylie Smith, Tags Rozeski, William Tinkham, Selena Tran, Colin Tran, Olivia Tran, Emma Tremblay, Lindsay Turner, and Cameron Whitman. Thank you.
Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we will present the Stoughton High School Achievement Medals. Each academic department at Stoughton High School has chosen an outstanding senior student in their area of study for this prestigious award. As I call your names, will the recipients please come up to the stage and remain here until all have been named. Please hold your applause until all students have been called. The Stoughton High School Achievement Medals are presented to students for excellence in the following academic areas: Business Technology, Veronica Ann Shockley; TV Drama, Lucas Santiago Pocrica; English, Elaine Freddie McCarty; Instrumental Music, Pia Maloof; Journalism, Tag Robert Schwarzeski; Mathematics, Tran An Tu Pham; Natural and Applied Sciences, Murtaza Khalil; Physical Education, Joseph Francis Rush and Shayla Elizabeth Ford; Social Studies, Drew Vincent Cesario; Visual Art, Jalen Williams; Vocal Music, Leza Pereira; and World Languages, Kylie Shea Smith. Please help me in congratulating the class of 2023 student achievers. All their names will be placed on a display board along with the previous winners outside of our gymnasium. The Distinguished Student Awards are sponsored by the United States Marine Corps, and at this time, I would like to introduce Sergeant Souza and Staff Sergeant Romero.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations to the class of 2023. So we present these awards every year to students who distinguish themselves in a few different areas. So as I call your name, please come up. For the Scholastic Excellence Award for Academic Achievement and Leadership as a High School Scholar, the recipients are Murtaza Khalil and Tran An Tu Pham.
Martuza Khalil, Ayla Mary Holden. Please come up.
And the Semper Fidelis Awards for musical excellence in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman and soloist. The 2023 recipients are Drew Vincent Cesario and Taran Emil Selman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for your service. The Massachusetts The Massachusetts School Administrators Association provides each high school principal with a certificate so that they may recognize a graduating senior for their outstanding contributions to the school and larger community. This year's Leadership Matters certificate goes to Robin Lorraine Linton. Black Knight School Spirit Awards are given each year to the member of the senior class that has shown extraordinary school spirit and support for Stoughton High School. The Black Knight School Spirit Award is presented to a student who has cheered on their classmates through every stage and season of competition in every venue. This year's winners could typically be found at any event at or outside of Stoughton High School, participated in Spirit Week, and spread their positivity throughout the Stoughton High School community. We are pleased to honor Samantha Elizabeth Lafarge and Lucas Santiago Pogrica. The National Merit Scholarship Program is an academic competition for recognition and scholarships that began in 1955. High school students enter the National Merit Program by taking the preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test, which serves an initial screen of approximately 1.6 million entrants each year, and by meeting various criteria. This year, we would like to recognize 2 students who have received a letter of commendation, Thomas Laz and Derek Salguero Lizarago. The Jewish War Veterans Brotherhood Award goes to a person that conducts themselves in their everyday endeavors and exemplifies true brotherhood in action. They have proven to be a good classmate today, and it is the belief that they will be a good neighbor tomorrow. This was awarded to Lucas Santiago Procraca at the annual breakfast hosted by the Jewish War Veterans Brotherhood. Lucas, please stand to be recognized. The Stoughton DECA program, advised by Miss Amanda Leiden and Miss Candace Camo, with help from Miss Nancy Riley, prepares emerging leaders and entrepreneurs in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management. Our students achieve at high levels through competitions where they demonstrate their 21st century skills to a judge as they explain how they would approach a real-world business situation. At this time, I would like to congratulate our senior members of our DECA program at Stoughton High School for their very many accomplishments. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized, and please hold all applause until the end. The following seniors are first and second year DECA members. Please stand to be recognized: Helani DeCamp, Samantha Lafarge, Derek Salguero, Matthew Salido, Cameron Whitman, who all competed at our district competition in Mansfield, Massachusetts. In addition, Derek received third place in personal financial literacy and competed at the state level. Matthew Salido competed at our district competition in entrepreneurship category. During his junior year, he received fourth place in the Principles of Finance category and competed at the state conference as well as a first-year member. Cameron Whitman has competed in sports and entertainment marketing for the last 2 years, placing second and then first at the district level. She will pursue this topic as a career pathway in college. Cam also served as the social media representative as a junior and is serving as the DECA co-chair of marketing and communications during her senior year. Cam has shared that she enjoys every second of DECA, from dressing professionally to assessing business scenarios, presenting and developing business plans and solutions. The following seniors are third-year DECA members. Please stand to be recognized as your name is called. Thomas Laz competed in the entrepreneurship category and placed third and second place at districts, resulting in an opportunity to compete at the state level of competition in Boston. Elaine McCarty competed in human resources management, receiving second place at our district competition this year. While at our state competition as a junior, she competed on our Quiz Bowl team, and this year she was a state champion in her category. As state champion, Elaine's competed against the top students of each state and other countries at DECA's international competition in Orlando, Florida. It is notable to mention that Elaine fully fundraised her trip to Orlando. Congratulations. The following seniors have been DECA members since 9th grade, continued with our program virtually through COVID, and then have adapted to many changes over the last 4 years. Please stand and be recognized when your name is called as we recognize your participation, competition, achievements, leadership, and service. Alexis Medeiros competed in marketing communications this year. Her sophomore year, she placed fourth in food marketing series. Her junior year, she placed first in apparel and accessories marketing. Maddie Cook competed in retail merchandising and received third place at our district competition this year, qualifying for a trip to Boston in state competition. Maddie's growth with her self-confidence and understanding of DECA competitions has been a huge, where she started out competing on Quiz Bowl and then as a junior placed second and competed at our state competition. In addition, Maddie has served our chapter as our co-chair of marketing and communications during her senior year. Haley Dufresne competed in hospitality services team decision-making this year, and during her sophomore year, she placed third in food marketing at our district competition. For the past 3 years, Haley has been an officer, starting as our school store and business partnership chair, then as vice president of finance, and as a senior, she is the chapter vice president. Haley's biggest contribution to our chapter has been with fundraising. As a sophomore, she came in with unique ideas where she organized and executed the events for us to gain funds so we can lower the cost to attend competitions, raising over $10,000 during her tenure in DECA. Veronica Shockley competed in apparel and accessories marketing for 3 years, where as a sophomore and senior, she placed second in this category to then compete at the state competition. Over the course of 4 years, Veronica has always been hardworking, but she has found her confidence and voice to lead and organize our program's operations. As a junior, she served as our chapter's membership coordinator, and this year she is our chapter events chair, where she is also an independent study about data science to use the information from previous years to advance our program and lead to more student success. Drew Cesario competed in marketing communications for 2 years. As a freshman, he received first place in Principles of Business Management and Administration, and at the state competition was recognized for having one of the top 3 test scores. His sophomore year, he placed first in Hotel and Lodging Management Series, even though it was a virtual competition, while serving on our officer team as our membership engagement chair. During his junior and senior year, he placed 3rd and 5th in marketing communications, respectively. As a senior, Drew was a state champion in the category and provided assistance with our travel plans to Orlando. As a competitor at the international competition, Drew networked with many students from other states and countries. Stephanie Costera competed in the retail merchandising category for 3 years. Her freshman year, she placed 3rd in Principles of Business Management and Administration and qualified for state competition in Boston. In the subsequent 3 years, she placed first in retail merchandising series, qualifying for state competition in all 4 years of her DECA experience. As both a junior and senior, Stephanie was named a state champion and qualified to attend the international competition in Atlanta as a junior and the international competition in Orlando as a senior. Stephanie has grown in her leadership and through her dedication and commitment to DECA, earned the role as chapter president during her senior year. Her other leadership positions include Chair of Public Relations as a 9th grader and sophomore, and Vice President of Competition as a junior. You may all be seated. HOSA is our Future Health Professionals organization, and we would like to recognize the following senior officers. When your name is called, please stand and be recognized. Kay Eisenstein, Treasurer. Isabella Yakabuchi, VP of Fundraising. Murtaza Khalil, VP of Competitive Events. And Pia Malouf, VP of Public Relations. We would also like to recognize the seniors who attended state conference and participated in the state HOSA competition this year. Please stand and be recognized. Samaya McPherson, Jaron Andre, Christ Pierre, Pia Malouf, Isabella Yakabuchi, Kay Eisenstein, Murtaza Khalil, and Tu Pham. Congratulations to Christ. Congratulations to Christ Pierre, who placed first in the physical therapy competition, and Tu Pham, who placed second in the medical math competition. Additional senior members include, please stand to be recognized, Giovanni Didi, Nikhil Hypolite, Lynn Lee, Robin Linton, Megan Svintil, Kristen Sarblar, Perry Chan, Soraya Isaac, Aiden Dion, Annetta Mahoney, Anaya Napier, Avis Nguyen, and Melani Perez. You may be seated. I would like to introduce Dr. Amy Quayle, ELE Director, and Mrs. Sandra Alexandrino, Director of the World Language Department, to present the Seal of Biliteracy Awards.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. This year marks the 3rd year that Stoughton Public Schools has implemented the Seal of Biliteracy. The Seal of Biliteracy is awarded on the diplomas and transcripts of graduating seniors. The seal recognizes the value of language diversity. This year's exams were given to juniors and seniors in Portuguese, Spanish, Haitian Creole, French, Chinese, Russian, Armenian, Cape Verdean Creole, and for the first time, American Sign Language. In order to be awarded the Seal of Biliteracy, students must show proficiency in both English and a second language. They must meet a qualifying score on ELA MCAS and score in the Advanced Proficient range on language tests. Massachusetts has an average pass rate of 25%. This year, Stoughton had a pass rate of 50%. Simply, simply put, the Seal of Biliteracy is an incredible distinction. We would like to congratulate the following multilingual students on such a high achievement of possessing fluency, competency, proficiency, and literacy in more than one language. Before we call up the Seal of Biliteracy recipients, we'd like to ask Elijah Thomas to please stand to be recognized if he's here. Elijah is the Cum Laude Award winner on the National Latin Exam. At this time, I will invite Dr. Sandra Alexandrino to read the names of the Seal of Biliteracy recipients. We'd like to invite you on stage to receive your award. Please hold your applause until they are all called. Because there are so many of you, we'll have to form a line in front of the stage.
Amber Alvarez for Advanced Proficiency in Spanish and English. Arthur Martins for the Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Bárbara Rocha for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Camille Bonfim for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Chrysler Charles for Advanced Proficiency in Haitian Creole and English. Yuri Silva for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Guilherme Rabelo for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Jeriel Coelho for Advanced Proficiency in Spanish and English. João Marotti for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Justin Flores for Advanced Proficiency in in Spanish and English. Kevin Chansey for Advanced Proficiency in Haitian Creole and English. Laurence Mercier for Advanced Proficiency in French and English. Lucas da Rosa for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Luis Mayagoitia for Advanced Proficiency in Spanish and English. Mateus dos Santos for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Mary Hovsepian for Advanced Proficiency in Armenian and English. Patrick Carvalho de Oliveira for Advanced Proficiency in Portuguese and English. Tu Fan for Advanced Proficiency in Chinese and English. Hukaylee Raymond for Advanced Proficiency in Spanish and English. Teran Selman for Advanced Proficiency in Spanish and English. Victoria Rojas for Advanced Proficiency in Spanish and English. Let's applaud them.
Thanks. 2023 marks the 29th anniversary of the Golden Knight Awards, established to honor members of the graduating class who have demonstrated outstanding qualities of character, leadership, and service to the school community. Each year, members of the staff are asked to nominate seniors who deserve recognition for their service and commitment, as well as for their exemplary personal qualities. The teachers and administrators serving on this year's Golden Knight Committee had a difficult time choosing 5 finalists from a list of truly outstanding nominees. But we know you will all agree that the class of 2023's Golden Knights embody some of the best qualities and represent some of the finest traditions at Stoughton High School. Once again, the Stoughton Cooperative Bank has underwritten the cost of the trophies and plaques. Presentation of the Golden Knight Awards has become one of the highlights of Classnight, and we are grateful for Stoughton Cooperative's continuing support, and we thank Mr. Louis Fortina, the president. And now it gives me great pleasure to present 2023's Golden Knight recipients. Ms. Hannah Dickey of the Mathematics Department describes the first recipient of this year's Golden Knight Award as an overall amazing person and student. He works hard and always does what is asked of him. In fact, almost all the time, he will go above and beyond what is asked of him. In her nomination, Ms. Lauren DeHaan, also the Mathematics Department, writes, "He is an excellent student who cares about his peers and always arrives to class with a positive attitude." Honest, kind, and hardworking are just a few of the words that Ms. Bridget Sandstrom of the ELL department used to describe this Golden Knight recipient. He does not look for the spotlight. Instead, prefers to be the helping hand. He is extremely respected and a role model for others, adds Ms. Sandstrom. Ms. Belle Soares of the ELL department also nominated this student. He tries to be inclusive of all students, never leaving anyone without a friend to talk to in class, writes Ms. Soares. He may not always be the loudest person in the room or make his presence overly evident, but he is the backbone to any environment he is a part of, with his unwavering kindness and readiness to be a team player. He is the kind of person who always does the right thing, even when it is not the easiest option, and stays true to himself despite the situation, writes Ms. Kayla Brown of the English department. Chrysler is the ultimate unsung hero. Chrysler Charles. The second Golden Knight Award recipient is described as a leader in every sense of the word by Mr. Robert DeRosa of the Business Department. She is bright, highly motivated, caring, and very passionate, and these principles will undoubtedly make her a huge success in life. She is creative, intelligent, decisive, selfless, friendly, and very humble in her success. This Golden Knight Award recipient is full of personality, energy, and radiates joy, writes Miss Nicole Cardozo of the History Department. She regularly participates in class, both asking and answering questions, and is a bright light in the classroom. Miss Alyssa Dancy Below of the Fine Arts Department describes this Golden Knight Award recipient as a great addition to the Fine Arts program. Her warm demeanor and kind personality create a welcome environment. She is highly involved with student activities here at Stoughton High School and has contributed to a positive culture among students that is recognized among students and staff. Ms. Hillary Mall of the English Department adds, known for her school spirit and athleticism, this Golden Knight Award recipient is a leader, mentor, and friend to many. She will continue to lead by example by pursuing a career in teaching. Deshauna is a true example of being the change you want to see in the world. Deshauna Frazier. The third Golden Knight Award recipient was nominated by 5 members of the high school faculty. A loyal friend, dedicated student, and always puts in 100% is how Miss Georgianne Lewis of the school counseling department describes the third Golden Knight recipient. Miss Lauren Fiddler of the English department adds, she exudes positivity and kindness. She dresses for every spirit day, participates in every pep rally, she works hard in every theater production, and she is one of the sweetest human beings. She leads by positive example, and that is what makes her a great candidate for the Golden Knight Award. This Golden Knight Award recipient is an energetic, talented young lady and is kind to everyone she meets. No matter what is put in front of her, she puts forth 100% effort and never complains. She has great citizenship, always willing to help out her classmates. She believes everyone should be treated with kindness and respect, writes Miss Maritha Sidebottom of the Special Education Department. Miss Karen Trieber, also of the Special Education Department, adds, she is one of the sweetest, kindest students in the 2023 class. This Golden Knight recipient routinely will go out of her way to help anyone for any reason. She exemplifies a Golden Knight in everything she does, says, and the way she treats others and her school. Miss Jill McKay of the English department also nominated this student. Since arriving at Stoughton High School 4 years ago, she has approached each day with such unbridled enthusiasm, such pure joy that you can't help but smile at her positivity. She is all about lifting up others. There is no greater, more beautiful example of a Golden Knight than Hannah Lambert. The fourth Golden Knight Award recipient is a rock star in the classroom and an even better person. She consistently puts others' needs before herself and is ready to help out despite how busy she is, writes Kayla Brown of the English department. She is a positive role model, and I feel so lucky to have had her as a student more than once in her high school career. She brightens every room she enters with her endless altruism and genuine kindness. Stoughton is very fortunate to have a community member as wonderfully sincere and hardworking, and I am so proud to call myself her teacher. This Golden Knight recipient is an incredibly bright, hardworking student, adds Miss Anna Mertzi of the Special Education Department. Miss Molly O'Connell of the History Department describes this Golden Knight Award recipient as a wonderful student. She always participated in class, always had a smile on her face, and never gave up on anything, no matter how difficult she found the task. Her work ethic and determination are to be admired. Miss Kathleen Andrunas of the Special Education Department adds, I have witnessed her kindness and willingness to help others on many occasions. She is a young woman who is goal-oriented and strives for doing the very best she can, always. Samaya is the best of the best, a great person, and it is a pleasure to know her and have been her teacher, Samaya Nicholas. Mr. Michael Amore of the Mathematics Department describes the final Golden Knight Award recipient as a mature, respectful, and promising young man with a bright future. I appreciate how he stands for the pledge out of respect for those who have served. I have full confidence that he will exceed expectations and make Stoughton, along with his family, very proud. In her nomination, Ms. Ashley Guba of the School Counseling Department writes, he has an uncanny ability to lead. He is committed to everything, sports, school, work, and relationships. He requires a great deal of himself and in turn fosters those around him to rise to the occasion. Mr. Bill Gorman of the World Language Department also nominated this student. This Golden Knight Award recipient is a bright, inquisitive, and diligent student who always excelled. More importantly, he is a quality human being who always displays a level of maturity well above his years. He has been a respected leader in the classroom and as a teammate. Ms. Kayla Brown of the English department adds, he has the ability to be both a role model and an inspiration for his peers, and his classmates certainly benefit from his presence. He treats everyone with such genuine kindness and makes sure no one is ever left out. Tag continually steps up without being asked. I am so proud of the incredible young man he has grown into, and I am confident that he displays all the qualities of the Golden Knight and then some. Tag Swarzeski. Class of 2023 Golden Knights. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium the officers of the class of 2023, President Carrie Driscoll, Vice President Juliana Rivera, Secretary Jaden Coleman, Treasurer Ella Holden, and Member-at-Large Robin Linton.
Thank you, Principal Miller. It is with great honor that my team and I get to present the Class of 2023 gift.
This past year, we sadly lost a core member of our school, Mr. Alan Bontier. Mr. Bontier was the assistant principal and beloved member of the Stoughton community.
Mr. Bonte was a kind and supportive leader for our class specifically because the classes following us never truly got to experience his small gestures that made our school just a little bit brighter. I'll never forget my freshman year when he wrote me a kind note acknowledging my hard work and efforts during remote learning. His kind words were encouraging, and I can confidently say that he has been a part of the reason why I continue to persevere.
Mr. Bontier loved his job, his school family, and especially playing baseball. He attended and played baseball at the University of Florida. There he lived out one of his many passions, which was baseball.
It is with distinct honor that we present our class gift as a bench in the honor of Mr. Alan Bontier to be placed at the baseball fields. The memory of Mr. Alan Bontier will live on in the Stoughton community forever.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kayla Brown and Ms. Deirdre Chapman, the senior class advisors.
Good evening, class of 2023, family, friends, and faculty. We are Ms. Brown and Ms. Chapman, the class advisors for the class of 2023, and we just wanted to say a few words about this wonderful group of graduating seniors.
I'm feeling a little emotional, so bear with me. Even though we have only been your class advisors for 1 year, we have had the pleasure of getting to know many of you in our English classes throughout your high school career. So when Carrie approached us last year, or begged us last year, to advise your class for senior year, we of course said yes, because we know truly how special this group of kids really is. This class has been through so much these past 4 years. And through it all, you have shown resilience, dedication, responsibility, and most importantly, kindness.
This class is the first class to experience this new building for most of their high school career. Although you didn't have to deal with the creaky floors and peeling paint in A4, some of your parents might remember, the class of 2023 has had many challenges and roadblocks, and also some fun these past few years. Freshman year started off really good, right? It was fantastic. And then everything shut down in March, so we had to say goodbye for a little while. Sophomore year was hard. It consisted of hybrid distance learning, where we had to communicate mostly through screens, which of course, me as an English teacher did not love, although some of you did. Junior year, we kind of came back. We started to feel a little more normal. We got to take our masks off when we came back from, was it February vacation? So that was good. And now your senior year has truly been a beautiful one of many laughs, lots of fun events, and finally graduation this week. You have certainly proven that with perseverance, dedication, passion, and support and empathy for each other, you can accomplish anything you set your minds to and more.
Being your advisors this year sure has been a good amount of work for us, but we truly have loved watching you all enjoy all the wonderful events that senior year brings. You obviously killed it during Spirit Week and Pep Rally with your displays of school pride and your incredible Spirit Wall. Your Potter Puff cheerleaders flipped their way into our hearts during their Pep Rally performance. Your Potter Puff players absolutely destroyed those Bulldogs in their annual game. You all dazzled on Oscar night where you strutted down the red carpet and Tag and Tim became the ultimate team of co-hosts. And finally, you all came together for one beautiful night of dancing and fun and celebrations, really dressed to impress for prom night.
Sorry for everyone that was on bus 5.
We appreciate it.
Before we wrap up here, because we're probably talking too long, we would be remiss if we didn't give a momentous thank you to your class reps and officers for being such great team players and really stepping up and helping out when needed throughout this year. And of course, we want to extend a very large thank you to your class president, Carrie Driscoll, and your vice president, Juliana Rivera, for all of their hard work, tireless efforts, time, energy, lots of tears that they really put into this year to make it memorable and successful for you all. They do a lot of work behind the scenes that you don't even know about, and they planned each event with such care and attention. We are very proud of you, and we have been so honored to work so closely with you this year.
Last thing we'll say is we hope you all believe in yourselves as much as we believe in you as your teachers. We hope you take a moment over the next few days to really pause and be proud of all the things you've accomplished over the last 4 years, because it's a lot. It can be bittersweet and sometimes a little scary to close such a big chapter in your life, but please know that there are so many wonderful things in store for you all. We love you all very much, and we wish you so much happiness, health, and success in your futures. Congratulations.
You made it.